So we've got 2 new hydraulic hoses all made up. Now with the old hose, I thought it actually physically had a hole in it, but it's not. I'd say it's just split on the inside, and it's just pissing out when you put pressure through it. So just gonna duct tape up the ends just so no dirt and crap gets in them when I push them through. So I've just got the cylinder all back on, and we tried bleeding the air out of the system. But what was happening was, open the door, those hoses weren't crook. There's a fitting that's down in there that the end's blown out. And when you put it under pressure, it shoots down and goes on top of this hose. So it looked like that hose was crook, but really there's a fitting up in there that's blown out the bottom. So now I think the radiator and all that's got to come out, which it's going to be a bit of a job, but hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Like this oil cooler is going to have to come out and try and make our way in down there to get it. The muffler's probably going to have to come off. And hopefully we can get it out with not too much trouble. We got a fair bit of cooling out. I mean, I'm going to lose a bit because it's all the thermostat shut and whatnot, but it's sort of, these things happen. Now I just got to pull out all the air filter because the radiator hose is there. The muffler's going to have to come off because I need to get to the 2 bolts that actually hold the radiator in. And then we'll probably have to drop this filter housing to get to that back radiator hose in there. So I'm sort of blessed in a way because this is a new exhaust. All this should come off pretty easy. Can't imagine one that's been on there for 10 years, you wouldn't get it off. Because I've said that now, it's not going to come off. Okay, that did not come off easy. Alright, I didn't go through it. I was worried I bloody put a hole in it, but I didn't, which is good. And now we have access to the bottom of our first radiator hose. And the bolts for the radiator are just under there. I should be able to show you. He's right there, so. Alright, we'll pull that hose off. Hopefully I've drained a heap of coolant out. I think I have, but I don't want to get covered in coolant, really. See, this is the issue here. Like that. Oh no, it's the plug in the back that's all rotted out. Yeah. Oh. So what I've had to do is pull this oil filter housing off. That actual big tube joins just here, so that's all right. It's just literally that fitting that I'll have to replace. And I'm gonna pull out that side as well, just because we're here and I scraped off a fair bit of rust on it, so I'm not pulling all this all out again. I want to do it once and sort of do it right, so we'll try and crack that. I obviously put that cap on there, it's just off a pressure pack, just so no shit gets down the pipe. Well, there we have it. That's the end. That's totally, it's all, look at that, it's just all coming apart. Hopefully I can save that hose. She's sure as hell not looking like it, but I'll take that back home and put it in the vise and see if I can get it off without splitting that hose. The nut has just rusted off. Because I knew if I left that, next week it would have gone. You could have saved that bit rather than hammering the shit out of
this bit.
Yeah. Oh, but that nut's
It's rusted right through.
Yeah, no, it's all good. At least I can save. Yeah.
I'll just get a reusable end for that and use the same hose.
Yep. Look at that, that's crazy. That's from just sitting out in the weather.
What you should do, I'd even, oh, the holes are pretty big. You've got to make sure they're clear. I'd even make the holes bigger.
So we just got new ends crimped on the end of the old hoses. Nothing wrong with the end of these hoses. So I thought reuse them. Same with that one. And I did get, there's a new fitting, I think the other end there, and there's the other new one, and new nuts on both of them. And that's pretty much all we need to put it all back together. So, that one goes like that, so that's gonna have to straighten up a bit. This one doesn't matter in orientation because it's just a straight fitting. Now this is the thermostat side radiator hose. I really should replace it, but it's quite hard as you can hear, but I haven't got another one on me and I need this done, so I'll have to order another one, but at least it's easy to get to. You don't have to drop the filter housing or anything. You can just get a screwdriver in there and get it undone. Going to make sure it lines up there, which as you can see it's going to go that way a little bit. I don't know why, like it's a genuine exhaust from Bobcat, but it just doesn't fit that right. That should be it there, I think. Something's holding it out, but yeah, that's it there. All right, we can tighten that up. Well, that's everything pretty much put in. I haven't put the overflow bottle on because I want to give it a good pressure wash out, because you can see where the oil spurt everywhere in there. And but I'll put coolant in it. I'll double check the engine oil, and we'll let it at least run up, and I'll go through the motions, make sure everything's and there's nothing leaking and stuff like that, and then we'll give it a good wash and the old t-shirt filter trick worked pretty good on that one. I caught, because Dad was a champion and started mowing the lawn, as I was pulling this out, I just had the coolant on the ground there with no lid on it. He just blew half the garden into the bucket, so I just had to filter that out. But I got most of it anyway. All the grass you can see obviously is there, so that worked pretty good. It says it's over full on the dipstick, but once I bleed all the air out, it's going to go real low again, I reckon, so I'll have to get more oil. All right, that's heaps better now. It's all pretty much as clean as I'm gonna get it. But at least you can see now it's got an alternator in there. Like, you couldn't even see that before. I didn't even know there was 3 bolts down there. So it's like a new machine now. Now before I call it 100% fixed, I might spread some dirt around and just load the machine up, get it hot, make sure it's to temperature, and just check all the oils again. I know the hydraulic oil is low on the dipstick, but I put another dipstick in and it's got shitloads of oil in there. So what I'll do is when I come back down the farm, I'll make sure I top that up to its proper level. And so all right, let's start spreading out some dirt. Well, we've leveled this section out now. That's heaps better than it was. I've got to do all out there now, but I'm going to wait till Dad's here so he can put the dirt clumps there and I'll just level it out as it goes. But Bobcat went really good, no problems, no overheating problems, and all the hydraulic lines are all fixed now. And also it's shitloads cleaner in there. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. In the next one we'll be leveling everything out around here, getting rid of all those dirt clumps and everything. But